What is going on, everybody? Welcome. It's Happy Hour Live. Cheers, everybody. It has been a busy week. If you guys missed me last week, it's because what do we got going on here? There we go. Let's get a little straightened out here. Oh my gosh, yeah. Sorry, I missed you guys last week. It just was one of those things. When you don't have signal, when things aren't going right, it's like, no, I can't pull it off. And glad to say that I am back in Bend, Oregon at the ranch. And let's see if we can see here. Back at the ranch. Why is it going that way? There we go. And that is the lake right behind me there. We'll see if we have some of Gary's geese come in here and land and see if they make it over the border. we it's been a busy week. I was supposed to be on my way and getting out of here, and I decided, we're going to extend that for a couple more weeks just to get everything done. I had a full oil change on the coach, engine, generator, and the truck. Get that one done. Got that. Uh, that's a job, guys. That is a job. And especially a generator. If you've never replaced a fuel filter on a generator on a Onan 7.5 or 8.0, yeah, they're a pain in the butt. I'm here to tell you. The rest of the coach went pretty smoothly. No big problem, but it is a big job, and I've heard prices range around $1,200 to get them all done. And I just, that's something I can do for myself. So I managed to make it happen. Also, while I'm here at the ranch, I decided to go ahead and do a little trip and get out to the bat caves out there. I covered that about 3 years ago, and I was labeled Bat Dave ever since, and we haven't seen Bat Dave, but no summer at the ranch can go without a trip out to the bat caves. A little disappointed though, and I'll show you why. But Vandals hit the bat cave out there, even though it is private property. It feels very much like the BLM that surrounds it, and unfortunately, we had some bad actors get into the bat caves. I'm going to show you that video here in a little bit, and kind of go over the next coming weeks to get out of Oregon and get traveling. So hope everybody is doing well out there. I watched Ace Ventura Pet Detective. I know. Yeah, there you go. Let's go real quick and let's say hi to everybody. Come on, computer. Oh my gosh, here we go. Get back up there. My computer's not acting. There it is right there. Oh my gosh, it was Miss Jen got the win today. Bill and Don must have been sleeping. Uh, Sassy Pants for you. Glad to have you here. Cowboy Biker Adventures Don is in the house, and there's X Fired Ups, Cracker Box Palace. There's Bill right there. Up, 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 up. No, they didn't let you win, Jen. You won fair and square. I think they were napping. Bill and Dawn were napping, I think. Let's see. WCRV Adventures. That's Wayne and Carrie. Say hi, everybody. Glad to have you guys here. Up, 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 up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it has been a good couple of weeks. And I have to tell you, I'm a little anxious about leaving out of Oregon, so it didn't really. There's Mr. Gary. Hello, Mr. Gary, right there. RV Living Life. Yeah, there is a sad part about leaving Central Oregon and knowing that I'm not going to be back. If everything goes the way it is, I won't be back to the ranch here for a couple years. And that trip over to Florida generally turns into a two-year deal by the time that I return to Central Oregon. So I've got the kids here, and just leaving. I have not have not been in a big rush, but I know I've got a lot of miles to carry or to cover, I should say, in a long amount of time. I've got plenty of time. I just have to have the fuel budget to make it happen. So, oh my gosh, yeah. This week was all about getting the. I did manage to get the. And I think I showed you I was working on the roof cap. I had a separation at the roof cap to the sidewall, and it's a troubling dilemma there. But I did have, and do I have that video? Let me see if I can find it real quick, just so you can see how that turned out. I shared video with that 2 weeks ago, I think it was, and did manage to get that job done. Let me see if I can go back here and just find the last of it. Yeah, it's this one here. All right. And I think this is the one right here. Will it share it?
A little caulking. Got the slide topper back on. That is not an easy job. Definitely not an easy job. I probably spent 3 or 4 days working on it, a couple hours here, a couple hours there. I think I've probably got about 8 hours worth of time in, total materials to do a job like that. About 30 bucks between rivets, caulking, a little bit of tape. So most of the stuff I had on hand and ready to go. So we look, my next one, look at that. I gotta get that weather stripping and replace that. I do have weather stripping on the coach, so I can get that taken care of. But now after doing that, I kind of wonder if I couldn't have used screws rather than all rivets, and potentially maybe I could have. It's funny because you look at something like this and how did it come apart? How do we put it back together again? And it was originally built with rivets. Those rivets were cheap and popped off. I have pretty good faith in the rivets that I put on there, a lot more heavy duty. So, but I see more places on the coach that are going to need this, and I'm going to want to get those before they get too bad. I'm not going to do it today. That's enough. I'm glad to have that one done. It's happy hour. We'll see you guys next time.
There you go. Yeah, it turned out really well. But boy, that is a job, and that's the second time I've had to do it. And believe it or not, I see another spot that it's doing it on the roof cap again. It's on the opposite side, and you know, I all I can attribute it to is just it wasn't the greatest materials that Monaco or Holiday Rambler used to attach that sidewall. But we'll say it lasted for 20 years, so I guess I can't complain too much. But all right, move that one. So yeah, I'm leaving out of here in a few days, and first stop out, I'm going to stop and say hi to Miss Bonnie, and see how everything is going out there. She has still got those fires burning out there around her ranch, and had a little bit of sad news. If you remember back, I did a video up there at Heart Mountain Hot Springs, and there was a rather big fire. I've been watching this whole week get bigger and bigger, and unfortunately took out the hot springs. And it was a sad thing. Bonnie and I were kind of sharing over text message, and we both didn't. She said, no, it's up higher, and I said, I don't think so. I think it got it. And yeah, it sure enough, she actually just this morning said, no, you were right, it did get it. Give you a little reminder, here's the video on that, and pay particular attention to the landscape around there. See if we can get that one up. The bathhouse. This isn't commercial. You can just come in and wow, check that out. Oh, it looks deep too. How deep is it? It looks deep. Holy cow. How warm is it?
I think it's about 98.
Oh, it feels good. That feels. We have a little bench over here. Wow. I like this. Do we have a happy hour?
Yes, we have a happy hour.
Do we
It's
have
fine.
a happy hour? Do we have our suits?
Suits are optional.
So, if this is a clothing optional, are you going to go without clothing?
Good chance of it. I mean, look at this atmosphere.
It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Check this out, guys. This is just gorgeous. These are aspens. There've been aspen stands over here. The lots of campground or campsites that wind through the aspens.
These are all willows.
Oh, these are willows. Yeah, these are willows here.
There's an outlet for your hot springs.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is gorgeous. I could definitely see myself coming up here and boondocking for a couple weeks and just enjoying it. I didn't notice on the sign if there's a campground limit, but I'm going to walk over there and look at it one more time, and maybe I'll take a picture of it and post it up right here so that you can see it yourself. It's no slouch getting in here. You have to drive. I think that was as much as I showed of the surrounding. I think the battery died just a few seconds after that. I went ahead and shut off that. But yeah, you know, it is such a beautiful place, and several campgrounds, including one right around the hot springs, that were just absolutely beautiful. And I really did make plans to go up there one of these years and spend a couple weeks up there, and unfortunately, yeah, we lost that one. So imagine the hot springs are doing fine, all that rock around there, but much is left of it. But the fires have long overtaken that, and the fires have just been insane up here. And I don't know what it's going to take. It's going to take rain to put them all out. That's just about it. So I noticed Gary said, "Where's the Bat Dave outfit?" I did not, Gary. I did not have my Bat Dave costume or outfit. No. But I got a little bit of a video here, and I don't know how much I want to show of it, but we'll go ahead and put that on. This is of the ranch. It actually went out to another one that's right by it. It is also on the ranch. Oh, no, take that off right there. There we go. And it was... I missed it the last time. 3 years ago, I was up here at this cave, and actually did video on it then. And this time I realized or noticed on the map there is another cave called Charcoal Cave that is real close. So we stopped by that one on the walk back to the main cave, and I'll tell you what, that was a huge, scary cave, and I may want to go back and explore that a little bit. But here we go. Let's see if we can throw it on there. What is going on, guys? Last few days at the ranch. I haven't done any fishing this go around, although there are a bunch of fish in here. I see a bunch. I
Do love it out at the ranch. I was talking to somebody that's new and telling them that there was another part of the ranch that has a cave on it. We started talking a little more about it, and we're gonna make a trip out there tonight and see if we can catch. There are protected bats, including a bar system across the cave, and we're gonna see if we can catch the bats flying out. I don't know if that's gonna work or not, but I always like going out to the ranch caves. Stooky Ranch Cave is the name of it, and we're gonna make a trip out there. All right, we'll see you guys. Got a little drive to do. Guys, I got Ted here. We're headed out to the ranch. It's about 7.5 miles out to this part of the property. It is ranch property. There is a gate on the property, and you checked on the keys to see if they had. We normally have a key at the office, and we couldn't. Somebody checked it out.
That's correct. The key's been missing for a couple years.
Yeah.
But we have access to the cave. It's supposed to be an iron gate. We paid $9,700 for it in 1997.
Yeah.
And
there's some good history. I told you about it, and you were like, okay, I need to check this out, and they have all the information in the office in there. I've paged through it, and including you know, over the years, trying to either trade it to the BLM or think about possibly selling it. Or was there any history on that?
oh yeah, the BLM with the U.S. Forestry Service, and in conjunction with the folks that are concerned about the big-eared bat, they offered us, now remember this is 1996, offered us $48,000, and really they're interested in the caves. Of course, the property is 317 acres, and that the board voted it down.
Yeah.
And then there was a 99-year lease that they proposed, that we would lease the land to them, and in turn they would pay, again, this is in 1996 to 1998 during the negotiations. The board at Sundance Ranch turned that down. It would have amounted to $350 to go towards property taxes.
For the property taxes, yeah. So it basically would have paid for itself.
And then you told me about the land swap, and I did see mention of a land swap, and again the board voted that down.
The board voted it down, and so this satellite property, 317 acres,
yep,
is about 7 miles away, completely disconnected from the property, and the only way to go out there is to hit this road up, and I'll show you this is we're still on ranch property. This is kind of the road going out to the BLM road, and we're going to take a trip on up, and if we think of any more interesting history, we'll have to. You actually checked into it more than I did, but there was at one point somebody from the ranch worked out a deal with the BLM to trade that property out there for attached property here, and I don't know all the details, but the board turned it down again.
If I remember, it was anywhere from 185 to a little over 200 acres, and like you said, Dave, it would have given us another, let's say for round numbers, 200 acres attached to the ranch that
Right.
we'd be able to ride our ATVs and horses,
Right.
and mountain bikes, and I think that would have been great. And remember, the whole thing is, you know, we can always still go to this cave. We just can't go inside the cave. But as owners of this property, we are allowed to go in there.
Yeah.
And so is the BLM and the bat conservationists.
Yep.
that are interested. The last journal I saw was 2011. They counted 311 bats.
Isn't that something?
So
Yeah.
tonight we're gonna try to see if they exit the cave at night, at dusk.
Yep.
And maybe we'll take some video and maybe slow it down and count the bats. I don't know.
Yeah, if we can do it.
Unless
If
we go
can do it.
running.
I don't know.
We might be attacked.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully we don't get attacked. And
I should have worn something around my neck.
right. Maybe it might be wise to stand aside of the gate as they come out, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, guys, hang on. We got a bit of a drive to go. This is the BLM road, and we're still on. This is still ranch property. We haven't driven off of it, but we do have. The BLM has an easement going across the property. You know, it's going to be a drive. It's a little bumpy getting up there too. So, hang on to your hats, guys. We'll see you. We'll see you in a few minutes. It's going to be a much easier minute than for us. Takes about an hour to get out here because you really can't go very fast. The road's kind of rough. Oh, wow. People have been driving in it. So there used to be a sign right here that said no motorized vehicle travel. It looks like people have been doing it, but the grass is so high that I think it's best that we walk in, because the last thing we want is to start a fire out here, some of this grass reaching up and hitting the cats on the bottom of the truck. So we got a little bit of a walk to do. We found the sign. It was laying down on the ground this side where we're going. This is ranch property here. Property boundary, public lands beyond this side, over that way. I figured it was a couple hundred feet in by the time we hit the property. We've got a pretty cool sunset going on. Haven't seen any bats yet. We're still looking, but we haven't got to the cave yet. So we still got a little bit of a walk to do. Now, I will say the last time that I was here, there was only a trail coming in here. This wasn't 2-track. Yeah, so people have been driving back here for the last couple years to create this here. The charcoal cave I've never been to, but this is the second cave on the ranch. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, wow. Holy cow.
Careful, Dave.
Yeah.
You're too big for me to carry you back to your truck.
Look how far down that goes. That's a big cave. This is bigger than the other one. I haven't been down to this cave.
The way to do it is right there, huh? We can walk in.
Yeah, we could walk down. Well, I don't care if you want to go down and watch this one. I believe the bats are in both the caves, and it'll just slow us up from getting to Stooky, but this is charcoal cave here. Oh, wow, look at that. Look at how far down that goes, and I don't see a gate.
Tell you what, let me get my flashlight out.
Yeah.
We got a bad boy. I think it's a 4,000 loom.
Huh.
Okay. You ready for me to light this up?
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Let's see what we see. Oh, that's nice. That is better than mine. That just keeps going down, doesn't it? That is a deep cave. Look at that. That is impressive. This is more impressive than Stooky.
Look at that screen. Look at the green algae.
Oh my gosh.
So we have a lot of water that is coming down. You know how we mentioned that on top it seems so green?
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of that water's coming through to the top of this.
That's water down there.
Yeah.
That's wet.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely wet.
Huh.
Let's try Stooky too before it gets dark.
Okay, before it gets dark.
Yeah, this is
impressive, and I don't see a gate on this one. There may not be a gate on this one.
Well, we only paid for the, and you know, and I guess if we didn't pay for the other one, would they have even put it on?
I don't know. That's a good question. What we're talking about is the gate. We actually paid to put the gate on there to protect the bats. The ranch did years ago. We can go back out the way that we came in.
Sounds good.
I'm glad that we stopped here because this is that was an impressive cave. So got a little more walk that way, and we'll see the next one here. Hang on, guys. We still have a little bit of walking to do. I didn't wear my hiking boots. I don't know why I didn't wear my hiking boots. I've got them.
That was crazy.
That is.
Can you imagine the lava flowing into that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and that looks like it goes down deep.
Got a lot of evidence of deer out here.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of
walking on the same trail.
A lot of deer. Oh, there's a critter right there. What is that? What is, you see it?
That is a porcupine.
Is that a porcupine?
Yes, it is.
Oh, we got this.
We got a porcupine.
Oh my gosh. Hello, little porcupine. Oh, he kind of ran into that bush over there. Oh no, he went straight through. Porcupine. He's probably trying to get away as fast as he can. But maybe we'll give him just a second. We're kind of pushing the daylight though.
Going up that bridge.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
He feels safe now.
There he goes. Yeah. Okay. Rest and relax, little porcupine.
Wow, good eye, Dave.
That
It took me
was
a while
cool.
to find out what you're looking at.
Yeah. Yeah.
If it was a mountain lion, you would have seen.
Than you if it was a mountain lion.
Well, I ran track and cross country.
So I would need to get a head start on you.
The other one was much more inviting.
Well, you haven't even got down to this one yet. Now this one I have been down to the actual gate. Heard one move under my feet. Again, why don't I have my hikers on? That piece of metal wasn't out here before. Not sure. I hope that doesn't mean that the gate's been compromised.
Where? Oh yeah, that's what I saw in the photos.
Yeah. I do not remember any bars there. So hopefully nobody has gotten into that.
Not bad, boy. 4,000 looms.
Uh-oh. Oh.
What?
The gate's been compromised.
Put the flag. I saw a bat.
Shit.
I see a bat. Keep your light. Keep it steady. See it?
Yep, there's a bat.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Let me get the light out and see if we can get. They're really sensitive too.
So that gate has been compromised.
What a bunch of.
Yeah.
Somebody came in here.
Somebody came in and cut those bars. Oh, that's too bad. Wow. And they didn't cut one or two, they cut 4 bars out of this thing. Absolute jerks. Can't believe that. There goes a bat. It just flew by me.
We got bats right now flying around Dave.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one. Hello, little bat.
Now, those don't look like the big-eared bats.
Those don't look like, those look like the small bats.
So the bad news is, the gate we paid $9,700 for,
Yeah,
has been compromised.
has been compromised, and there's where the key was to open this thing up. And somebody took a metal saw to this and cut these open.
Why would they do that?
Just jerks. Just jerks.
There you go. Yeah, it was. I will, when I post that video, I'll have more. We did a little more exploration around that area, guys. I'll tell you what. You know, even though it's on private property, you still have the jerks getting in there, and including we found signs of the homeless out there. There's a terrible homeless problem going on all around Central Oregon, and unfortunately, even as far out as this piece of property is, it's no match for the sheer numbers that are out there just abusing it. And it was really sad to see that. So we're in the process. We just discovered that yesterday, and so that this was filmed yesterday, and we're still in the process of who to contact and let them know that this happened. The gate does belong to the ranch, so I have a feeling we're going to be responsible for replacing it or fixing it. I should say. I don't think there's any replacing it. I don't. If it was $9,600 back in 2000, I don't know how much that would cost to get another one. So, you know, it just sad, and it's brought up a lot of conversation around here, and how do we combat that? I don't know. I honestly, though, you saw the size of the opening that they cut in, and the thing we talk about on video and have had conversations here at the ranch today. What in the world? What in the world did they need to open it up that far for? That just doesn't make any sense. It's almost like they were trying to carry in equipment. And I've got more video of that area as soon as I go through it, and we definitely want to run it by law enforcement and BLM, and make sure that there's no problems with posting that. It's not going to mess anything up. But yeah, that was really disappointing to see that out there. I see my son's in the house. Good to see you, Chris. And Dawn says, yeah, always a few bad people. Yeah, it's there wasn't a lot of sign, but there was sign of homeless out there, and I don't know. I don't think it was homeless, honestly, but it does bring up a liability question, and I don't know how much liability the ranch would have for that cave system out there if somebody got hurt down there. But somebody brought equipment out there to cut those bars. That was for certain. So that doesn't strike me as homeless, but still a concern nonetheless. And these are kind of the struggles you deal with having a ranch with a lot of property and not a lot of people out there. So porcupines, you know what, that came that Ted brought that up. He says, I don't know how far porcupines can shoot their quills. And yeah, I being around porcupines, I happen to know that the dogs have to get slapped by them or try to bite into them to get porcupine quills, which they've done very well over the years. And those quills are barbed, and it's nothing fun to get out, but they're slow moving, and I think their best defense are those quills, because they're certainly not going to outrun anything. We had to wait for a minute or two for that thing to kind of get out of the way. I know we were making it nervous, but that is fun. That is fun to see porcupines out in the wild. So yeah, that is that is part of ranch life, I guess. So maybe they wanted to know what was behind the gate, and that's probably it. Yeah, uh, perhaps a sign is protecting it. We talked about that a little bit, and we definitely need to up our signage out there. We haven't felt the need up until this point. I was just out there 3 years ago, and that was all solid. And the more we looked over the film footage on that, we did notice that it's been recently cut. And considering the amount of moisture that's down there, those saw cuts were still shiny. So I'm guessing that was done in the last few weeks. And I don't know what the curiosity is for somebody to go down there and cut such a big hole is what I don't understand. So yeah, their defense is only second. Hey, they went down there. That's what we figured. They went down there with the angle grinder, cutoff wheel, or even possibly a sawzall. I don't know, but that's those. So each one of those angle iron bars you saw going across, though, also have another bar underneath them. So I want to tell you, somebody spent a lot of time cutting on those bars to get that out of there. So, and again, why it needed to be so big, I can't imagine. I don't know. So we will see. And if I have any updates on that, I'll let you know on that. We even talked about getting down there with a welder and having a couple guys from the ranch here go down and weld it. And unfortunately, you've also got protected bats down there, and I know that those gates protect not only from humans, but the interaction of humans with the bats. And I don't know how disturbing that is going to be to the bats. So disappointing all the way around. And one of the things we're probably going to have to get with one of the bat conservancies to see if we can get professional advice on how we get down there and close that back up again. So yeah, they cut the posts less give, easier to cut there. It definitely holds it solid, but that whole thing is solid there. There's no flex in that. Like I said, that angle iron has a big chunk of metal underneath it. And I think I got a little better shot of that in upcoming video. Again, I didn't want to put too much out there, and before we actually talk with law enforcement, if they want to go over the video and see if there's anything they don't want out there. And gosh, I don't know if it'd be possible to catch something like that, catch people that did something like that, but that's kind of the way it goes. If you see, yeah. Well, it might. I don't know, Gary. You got a point there. I don't know. Hide a game camera and see if anybody shows up. It's a possibility. I'm not saying that that's not a possibility, but it's a good idea. I like that, Bill. I like that. The thing is once you get in there, I don't know if there's anything in there of any interest once you get in there. Other than just people wanting to go and explore the caves, and it is deep. And I have a little more video I could actually show you. I think the next one is we were kind of looking over a couple of those openings and couldn't me personally, yeah, I'm not going down in something like that. And I've got some pretty good cojones for just going down to where we went. Nobody at the ranch knew that gate had been compromised. We were the ones to kind of break the news on that. Most everybody else is quite happy just looking at the opening and not going down in it. So, and if you're standing up at the opening, you can't see down and clearly see the gate. So, but I agree with X Fired Up. My son says, yeah, you know, and my son's got some game cameras, but you know, I don't know that they'll be back. To be completely honest, I don't know. So, well, let's see if gosh, you know what? I don't know that I want to show any more video on that until we get a little bit farther into reporting this with law enforcement. So, again, I don't know what their stance is going to be on it, and probably the less that's out there, the better. it's well, it might be aliens. I don't know. My son said, what if it's aliens? You know, I don't think so. I don't understand why the opening was cut so big. So maybe they're big aliens. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, we are just about. I probably Wednesday. I think Wednesday or Thursday. I'm heading out, or Bigfoot. Yeah, big. I'm going. I'll go with Bigfoot. There you go. So they need to get their. Oh, we trapped their spaceship inside. I didn't think about that. You know, maybe they're small. Maybe there's. Yeah, they needed someplace to park the spaceship. They parked their saucer down there, and we trapped them in there in 2000. They needed to make a grocery run, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. All the way around, you could kind of hear under my breath. I saw that, and then my heart kind of dropped, and I didn't bleep it out on the video here, but I probably will when I really, put that video out. Darn it! And there was a. I will say it is way out there, guys. I mean, it's not easy getting out there, but it is listed on maps, and most of the maps do say it's private property, and we're already wondering how we go ahead and post all of that and make sure we have signs up that people know they're entering private property. It might keep out the riffraff. I don't know. Play the 5 tones and see if they showed up. That's going back you're dating me, Bill, because I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't remember the 5 tones though. We also didn't see any of the big ear bats. We saw a bunch of the little ones, which were pretty cool. And we got in there and kind of wandered around a little bit to see if there was any further damage. We didn't see anything. But we also didn't see any of the big ear bats. Signs, yeah. Well, they keep the honest people out. Yeah, I know it. Yeah. So it is a liability though, and it is a conversation that needs to be had around the ranch, because we had originally, and I'm only repeating it for the way that it was told to me, we had offered that land out there. It's actually about 300. We said 317 acres out there. I can show you here in just a minute on the Outly map. That's another app that I want to introduce you guys to that does show property boundaries between the BLM, and we can pull that up and see if we can you can see that. I'll give a shout out for Outly too. That one, just Tom and Lori actually introduced that one to me, and glad to kind of play around with that. I like that app, and it might be kind of fun getting out there with it and traveling. So possibly a good replacement for Campendium, and we've talked about that in the past, but But yeah, we need to get out there and really find all the entrances onto the property. Part of it is fenced, and did drive it. It's there are a lot of BLM and a lot of old roads coming onto the property, and really it need to get on horseback, ride the property, ride those fences, and put up signs wherever the entrances are. Onyx is what I use. Yeah, you know what, Chris? I need to talk to you about that and see what you think of that. Campendium is back to normal. They dropped the filters, Don. They did drop. If you want the filters, which is for me, that's what makes Campendium is the filters. And if you want, that's a premium feature now. For I don't even want to say their name, the Rhodes company out there. Yeah, Don, I know you have to pay now. You have to pay. Let me show you that real quick and see if we can go over. I did like the overlays on this because it does show property, including BLM and Forest Service, which you can see a little bit here of the ranch. Let me see if I can bring that up. All right. And it's right there. Share it. So yeah, Outly is the new one that I've been playing around with. Tom actually shared this one with me. And let's see if I can get the map up here. And see if we can't. Oh, this may take 30 seconds. Okay. Well, okay. There we go. Oh, and it's already on the property. So there's the problem. If I zoom out, you can kind of see the outline indicating private property. And if I click over here, it will actually tell me it's public lands, Primeville Deschutes Field Office. Right there. So I really like that function. And then you can see the green outline over here. That green outline is Deschutes National Forest. So it's got, it seems to be pretty accurate. And just to kind of show you where the, so this right here is where Charcoal Cave is, and this up here is where Stooky Bat Cave is here. Now back out a little bit and show you where it is in relation. Come on, map, update on me. There we go. There we go. And you can see we have to drive a little ways to get in there, and it should show my location, although I'm not seeing it on here. Yeah, here's the ranch. Here we go. That's the ranch right here. And there's the lake right behind. It's having a little time. It's got to load. It takes a minute to load. But there you go. There you go. So, and you've got filters for boondocking locations, campsites. So far, I'm really kind of liking this. And I'll tell you, one of the big things about boondocking is having access to know where property lines are, and if you're actually on private property, or if you're, which I have stopped and didn't know that I was on private property. So let's see if we can go back. Can we go back? It's so yeah, there's the name of it, Outly, right there. And give it a shot and see what you think. It has so far been a free app. Haven't had any problems with it. It is a little busy on the app, but I've got a lot of filters turned on. I may need to turn some of those off and see how that works for me. But I like it. I like it so far. So, all right. Onyx, yeah, I have I've seen a few people, including Bob and Pearl, talk about Onyx. Yeah, and good for your off-road and ATV trails. Yeah, I knew that about Onyx. I will say Outley does show the trails as well. That's another feature that's on there, including the OHV areas if you're into riding like I am. So yeah, yeah. Bob and Pearl have talked about it before on their videos. So and it's not that expensive. So I'd have to say that, you know, if I was gonna put out the money for one, it'd probably be Onyx. So yeah, that was what I liked about it. Now finding this outlay that shows the property as well. It doesn't tell you if it's not BLM. It tells you if it's BLM or Forest Service, but if it's private land, it won't give you ownership information or anything on that. So little little new for me. So I'm still kind of learning it, but so far I really like it. So see what you think. Download the app. I believe it's available for both Apple and Android. I've got Android, so I can't speak as far as Apple, but I believe I did see the option for either one. So other than that, this has been my week, guys. I hope everybody is doing good out there. Just going to touch real quick. We've been trying to put together, hold on, put together fantasy football. And if you're looking for a fantasy football update, here it is. We have 2 open slots on fantasy football this year. And well, if you have an interest in it and you haven't played before, get a hold of me, and you can. And let me see if I can throw the banner up there. Is that it? There it is, right there. There it is, right there. There's my email right there. Contact me, and I'll get your information. It's free to play the fantasy football. And we're getting very close. At the end of this month, we'll have our draft, and that will start out our newest season. So Apple works with Onyx too. Yeah, no, I knew Onyx. I knew Onyx did. So yeah, Onyx shows the personal as well as nice. So yeah, it is. There's a lot of great apps out there, and I've trying to discover. I used Campendium for so long that now I'm trying to find something else. I I haven't really explored, but I'm getting ready to get back on the road and finding boondocking locations and finding places to stay along the way. The goal right now, is the way it stands, is Washington, Northern Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota. And my hope is to be leaving South Dakota around the Mount Rushmore area, which I've never been. League champions are automatically in, Gary. Yes. You guess we're looking forward to a lot of our teams are coming back this year. We've had a couple of openings, and if you've never played and you want to play, hit me up. Hit that email down there at the bottom of your screen, and let me know. We'll get you added on. And if you've never played before and you're worried that it might be hard, Gary's never played before, and he ended up winning the season last year. Okay, you happy, Gary? You got a shameless RV living life. That is Gary right there. So there you go. I am still with Dawn and everybody, still trying to get my championship. Right now, I haven't even got my championship yet. So yeah. No, looking forward to another league. We also will be doing a kind of alive, but really it's going to be, if you want to get on and we can go over some of the rules and some of the changes that we'll be making for this year, and to set a date. So be thinking about what dates that work best for you for the draft. I think we did it one year a little bit early, and people wanted to actually see some of the preseason games so they could decide which players that they wanted. So we've been letting it go a little bit longer this year. We're going to put it out there, but the first official game of the season, I believe, is September 5th. So we've got to have our draft before then, or the NFL Fantasy Football NFL Network will do it for us automatically, and then we won't. Being clueless is the way to go to win. There you go. You know what, Gary? I don't know. You did it though, right? You did it. So that is awesome. Yeah, as long as it's not during travel time. Well, that's kind of the nature. That's why I want to get on there. If you have dates, and some of you already have my phone number, text me or call me or email me and let me know what dates work best for you. I think if I were to look at the let's see if I can. No, that's not the one that I want. Let's see if I can pull up the calendar here. And we're already at August 11th. We're probably looking at that last week in August. And if I were to guess, I'd probably say the 31st or the 30th. That's Friday or Saturday. I know some people work, some people are traveling. And I'm thinking the 30th or the 31st is probably about our last chance. We've got to have our draft before fantasy football starts this year. So get back with me and let me know. And welcome back to all the teams that are coming back this year. Looking forward to another season. And anybody else new that wants to join in on the fun, send me an email. Let me know. We'll get you added on. I look forward to it. The August 30th is a travel day for you. Okay, well, how about the 31st, Don? I think that's Saturday. Was that Saturday? We'll talk about it. Give me a call, Don. We'll talk about it. We'll catch up and see where you're at. We can do it that anytime between now and the I say the 31st. I just don't want it to go too close to opening day. But opening day is September 5th. That is Thursday, and that will be our official first game. And we have to have our draft completed by then. So otherwise, NFL Network will do it automatically for us. And when we don't get a chance to pick who we want. So we can't make it. I don't like to push travel days. So the 31st works all day long. I like that. We'll figure that out, guys. Send me an email, give me a call, send me a text. We will talk about it then, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up and see if we can't finish this one out. One more. Let's see if I can get out of the way of the lake there. I wanted to have that in the background. I thought that'd be a nice background. And been enjoying my stay here at the ranch, but it's almost time to go. I'm going to give Bill the last word of the night. He got up there first, right there. We're going to go ahead. Good night, all. Take care. Safe travels. Live life full time. We're going to get out of here, guys. We'll see you next week. Or if you're on the fantasy football, or if you just are curious and you want to come by while we talk about all the things fantasy football, just so you can see kind of what we're going to be doing with that for this year. Would be glad to have anybody who wants to join in, and we'll see if we can't do that one as a live event coming up here pretty soon. We'll see if we can't get as many people on here as possible. But all right, guys, we're out of here. It is good to it is finally cooled down. It is good to finally get some half decent temperatures. So, all right. Have a good week, guys. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. Let's see if we can do it.